Did you know that the eating habits of the human animal is causing us to run out of land? 70% of agricultural land is used for the production of livestock. It wasn't always this way. Back in the 1700s, about 10% of the land was used for crops and grazing. By 1995, that number had increased to about 45%. Forests are being chopped down at an alarming rate, especially in Latin America. In the Amazon, it's estimated that 150 million acres have been converted to agricultural land. The good news is that between 1980 and 2004, croplands decreased by 5.2%. The bad news is that croplands are now intensely farmed, using high-yielding seed and ever stronger chemicals, fertilizers, and pesticides. This leaves the land depleted, eroded, and toxic. What can we do to stop this downward spiral? We can change our diet. If we all ate less or no meat products, the livestock industry would have no reason to exist. No more hungry animals means no more clear cutting. So, about changing our diets. Here at E2SE, we can help you with that part. In fact, we have 3 meals to cook today. So let's get to the kitchen. Good morning. This morning we're going to have some yogurt with fruit and nuts and toast with margarine and jam. Let's talk about the ingredients. I have 2 cups of soy yogurt, this is vanilla flavored, and about a cup of berries, a combination of bananas, frozen fruit and pears. And for the nuts, I've got some almonds and some walnuts. The bread is made from rice. If you happen to be allergic to wheat products, this is a good alternative. I've also got my non-hydrogenated vegetable spread, and I've got a bit of jam. For lunch today, we'll be making hummus wraps. Hummus is a Middle Eastern food. While we're making wraps today, you can also use it as a dip for vegetables or pita bread. The main ingredient of hummus is garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas. You can buy hummus already made at your local store, but it's very easy to prepare at home. This particular recipe makes 4 to 5 servings. Let's talk about our ingredients. I'll start with the garbanzo beans. This is from a can which I have drained and rinsed. We'll be using a little bit of olive oil, some garlic, a bit of salt. This is tahini. Tahini is ground sesame seeds. It gives hummus its distinctive flavor. These are a couple of scallions, a teaspoon of cumin, and about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. When I make the wraps, I'll be adding some carrots, tomatoes, bell pepper, some cucumber, lettuce, and a bit of cilantro. And I'll be wrapping it in a whole grain tortilla. I'll be making seitan with mashed potatoes and mushroom gravy with some steamed beans. Let's talk about our ingredients. For the mashed potatoes, I'm using 5 to 6 potatoes. This is a combination of red and Yukon Gold. I've left the skin on because that's where most of the nutrients are. We'll be using 2 to 3 tablespoons of non-hydrogenated vegetable spread, a pinch of salt, and about a cup of rice milk. You'll need 10 ounces of green beans, which we will steam. For the gravy, we'll be using 10 ounces of sliced mushrooms, 1 cup of onion, a tablespoon of tamari, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, and for thickener, I'll use a 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour whisked into 1 cup of water. I have some extra water in case the mushroom gravy gets too thick. This is seitan. Seitan is a gluten product. It's produced by washing the starch out of whole wheat dough. It's a great substitute for meat. You'll need 16 ounces. This is 1 cup of onion, 4 sliced mushrooms, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and a teaspoon of tamari. In a large saucepan, boil 2 quarts of water. Add your potatoes and cook for 15 to 20 minutes until potatoes are soft. For the gravy, in 2 tablespoons of water, sauté your onions and mushrooms until soft, about 3 to 5 minutes. Add your tamari, the Italian seasoning, and the 1/4 cup flour dissolved in 1 cup of water. Make sure there are no lumps. Bring this to a boil. If it's too thick, add a little extra water. Keep this warm until serving dinner. Steam your beans for 4 to 5 minutes. For the seitan, in 1 to 2 tablespoons of water, sauté your onions and mushrooms until the onions are soft. Add your seitan, your tamari, spices, and cover. Keep this warm until time to serve. Drain the potatoes. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of non-hydrogenated spread, a pinch of salt, and about 1/2 cup of rice milk. Mash with a potato masher. If potatoes are too thick, add more spread or rice milk to desired consistency.